rare outliers. But in baseball, pitching dominates the sport. And pitching arms get injured a lot. They get fatigued. Chris Sale, nobody could hit him last year. Chris Sale for the Red Sox this year can't get anybody out. Can't get anybody out, and his ERA is doubled. That's what happens to pitchers' arms. That doesn't happen to Steph's arm. That doesn't happen to Klay Thompson's arm. That doesn't happen to Kevin Durant's arm. In football, injuries really help parity. Even now we have a current NFL dynasty, but Carson Wentz goes down. Generally, you don't have a Nick Foles to win it for you. So when I look at the NBA, just admit it, the same college football fan who bemoans the lack of parity, we're going to get Alabama and Clemson again this year. The Final Four in the NBA was Portland. I haven't seen them in a Western Conference Finals in a long time. Milwaukee, good Lord, when's the last time you saw them in the Eastern Conference Finals? Toronto's now in the finals. That doesn't happen. And Golden State. Sometimes, just admit it, Democrats and Republicans, you're going to nitpick the other party. You're imperfect, but you kind of glaze and gloss over the stuff about your party to find the stuff to nitpick the other people. If you don't like the NBA, that's fine. Stop with a parity argument. It's never had it, and it used to be worse. Check out the 60s and the 80s and the 90s. All right, we have a final in the NBA. Let's shift gears. It's Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors, and they will take on whoever is starting Steph Curry and the Warriors. I like Golden State. I think everybody likes Golden State in this series. But we have a precedence here. We have a precedence for an upset. The Dallas Mavericks against the Miami Heat. Now let's go back and remember what the Dallas Mavericks were. They had the components to win a championship. They had one go-to star, Dirk Nowitzki. There was never any doubt with the Dallas Mavericks who was taking the shot. For Miami, Bosh, Wade, LeBron, Ray Allen, little indecision. Not with Dallas. Dallas had an excellent head coach, no indecision, late in possessions, smart veteran players all over the rosters, absolutely no drama. And do you remember? These two teams played twice in the regular season, Dallas and Miami. Dallas won both. So let's look at the Toronto Raptors. Excellent head coach. They come in like Dallas as massive underdogs. There's absolutely no drama with this team. Like Dallas, they have nothing but smart, veteran, cagey players. There is no indecision who to give the ball to at the end of games or possessions. And oh, by the way, they played the Warriors twice this year in the regular season. Oh, and they won both. We have a precedent. These are the Dallas Mavericks. Now, I'll still take Golden State. But don't kid yourself. Talent doesn't always win in this league. Dallas, like these Raptors, one star, good coach, lots of veterans, the star with no indecision, late possessions, had beaten him in the regular season. And that Dallas team had Jason Kidd and Tyson Chandler and Sean Marion and all these veterans. And this team's got Mark Gasol. They got him at the trading deadline. It's Kyle Lowry. It's Serge Ibaka. It's Danny Green. By the way, Vegas heavily favors the Warriors, but they do expect a 6-game series. And I expect a 5 to a 6-game series. Now, here's something else these Raptors have in common with the Dallas Mavericks. And right now, a Raptor fan watching me is like, hey, Colin's on our side. He likes us. Well, here's the problem. When Dallas won that championship, nobody talked about it outside of Dallas. Because that was all about LeBron winning his first title or LeBron losing a championship. And if Toronto wins this series, remember, all champions are not equally interesting. If Toronto wins this championship, it is not going to be about the Raptors. It's going to be about Golden State either wins the title, another one, or they gagged as a heavy favorite. You have to understand this. Not all champions are interesting. Andre Agassi, Serena Williams are a lot more interesting than Pete Sampras. I'm looking at the ratings a couple of weekends ago at the PGA Championship. Brooks Koepka. It was the lowest rating in 20-some years. He's just not that interesting. He just happens to be great. So much like the Mavericks, even if the Raptors win, the immediate story will be about the Warriors, and the second story will be about will Toronto's best player leave and go west. But you won't care. You'll be in Canada. You'll have won. Then you'll start rebuilding. But there is a precedent for this, and I do think we'll have a feisty series because the Mavericks and the Raptors have several components necessary to make it interesting. Good coach, underdog, resilient veterans, superstar with no indecision, late in possessions, and they beat that team twice in the only 2 times they played in the regular season. By the way, Joy Taylor should be gloating this morning. Her Raptors, the baby dinosaurs, most dinosaurs are extinct because of a meteor. That's what they say in the books. LeBron was the Eastern Conference meteor that kept making the baby dinosaurs extinct. He left, and they now dominate the East. Let's hear it for Joy Taylor, who called this she's wearing Raptors colors today. Why the rest of us...
It's mostly red for Memorial Day, we can also be Raptors red.
We were mocking you during the season, and, well, congratulations on that.
You know, sometimes you just got to wait it out. You got to wait out the storm and stick with your convictions, and I'm just glad that Kawhi Leonard was the player that I thought he was.
Yeah, I just didn't see Kawhi Leonard becoming Michael Jordan.
So sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. We do that on Mondays.
Way it is. Good stuff. So coming up, Kevin Durant, and this is why I love him. He emotes. He talks to everybody. He got a little upset, or did he get upset? But he showed a little glimpse of something I can relate to, and I thought it was really interesting at the podium. That's coming up next. It's Memorial Day. Thank you so much for stopping in here for the next 3 hours in Los Angeles. On a Monday, it's The Herd.
Huge mistake.
Kevin Harvick.
Choose Mobil 1 Synthetic instead. It protects engines better than conventional motor oil.
Yeah, you would say that. You're wearing the logo.
How about now?
Get 250,000 miles of protection. Upgrade to Mobil 1.
I'm going to start with some balayage.